Coverage of the 2018 TechCrunch Disrupt is brought to you by Galvanize TV.
All right, I'm Derek Rodriguez here with Galvanize TV at TechCrunch Disrupt and have the pleasure of interviewing Justin. Please tell us about your startup.
Yeah, sure. So RigD is a automated collaboration solution for DevOps. So what we do is effectively bring all of your DevOps tooling into tools like Slack and allow you to interact with them inside of Slack. This is really helpful in cutting down the context switching that typically goes on through your development process. And once we have it in Slack, we're able to leverage our machine learning to help you build automation without having to actually program the automation. So you can kind of go from context switching around a bunch of tools to doing everything in one place and then having the automation built without you having to put any energy into that.
Yeah.
It dramatically improves the time it takes to deploy software, as well as troubleshoot and resolve issues that are more operation in nature as opposed to deployment.
And in the ever-evolving DevOps world, how much time are you guys truly cutting down?
Well, on the deployment side, we see about a 60% savings over traditional automation, and that's on the running of the deployments. As far as the expertise required, that's where we see significant savings. So whereas companies, we're typically desperate to find experts in automation and DevOps, this allows people who are more, whose aptitude is more typically towards pure development to build and deploy automation. So that's a huge value for companies, especially startups like ourselves and others here at TechCrunch, who don't really have the budget to hire a bunch of DevOps experts. So that's a big area where we see a lot of savings.
It's great. And do you have a company milestone that you'd like to share with everyone?
Yeah, so actually this week at TechCrunch, we're going to be launching our GA. So it's been about a year in the making, several betas, a few ups and downs, but you're very excited to be getting to that milestone where we'll start having generally available service.
And you talked about ups and downs. I'm sure that's what you see quite often as a founder, but any advice you could share for Galvanize startup community and just really the startup communities worldwide?
Sure. I think the biggest thing is you have to have a short memory. A few different examples of that. When you go into meetings with funding people, sometimes their opinions, they're pretty strong and convicted in their opinions, and they're looking at it from a different angle than perhaps you as a founder or customers. Same thing on the customer side. You're never going to win with every customer. So when you go in there and they say, this just doesn't work for me, don't take it to heart. There are other customers out there. Now that said, you also have to be willing to let go on your own convictions sometimes. When the customers show you the way, you have to kind of accept that and move in that direction.
That's great advice. Thank you, Justin.
My pleasure.
I'm Derek with Galvanize TV.